Hello and welcome back to Extreme House Flipper TYG edition. We are back again, this time for a bonus round. I want animation on that, please, Mash.
Bonus! Beow, 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 beow.
And we are welcomed back by Blue Woo. How are you doing, Blue?
It's your bonus Blue Woo. I'm doing good. I'm ready to see some what appears to be The Office this time.
And of course, joining me as always is Shrifty. How are you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Thank you. All right. As Blue has said, we are just looking at the starting office today. Yeah, so this is just a quick bonus round that the contestants of Mash, Nux, and Beast put together. So this is an extra bonus episode for you guys. This wasn't in the schedule, and so it shouldn't take too long. So shall we crack on?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Heck yeah.
So here we are. We should all recognise this. This is the starting off. So that means someone had to make a new save because they no doubtly already did something to the main office.
Oh, in my own personal game, because I bought this game after seeing the first episode, and yeah, messing on with The Office was one of the very first things that I did.
Same.
Yeah. We actually all I did was just clean it out.
Yeah, cleaned it all up and tidied.
But it's even little things like that, like, cleaning it up means that it's different from how it was initially.
Yeah. I did notice there's no laptop there, so this technically isn't their main office. They've had to rebuy it. So that's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. Right.
A very small space.
Shall we take a look at house number 1?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. This is house number 1.
I like what they've done with the outside there.
Yeah.
It looks very clean and quite modern.
Yeah.
Looks like it's still the same door, though, at the front.
No, it's different.
Yeah.
The other one was quite... Ooh.
Wow!
Oh, this is lovely. Very cosy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a surprising amount of storage has been included as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about where the bed head is, though, because I feel as though if I was to sit upright in bed, like, having a nightmare, jump up with a start, I'd smack my head off the shelves right above my head.
That is a possibility.
Amazing what they've done with the bathroom as well.
Yeah.
And
for the
we've got
amount
a
of space.
ducky, a little ducky.
Little ducky.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to downgrade him for not having...
Not having a washing machine.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think
Or
they
a
could have
bath.
found a space. Put the washing machine outside in the yard.
Yeah. With the piano.
Yeah, with the piano.
Yeah. And there's the side-by-side. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks just so much better on the outside
They
already.
just clean it up, yeah.
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 Did they move a wall there?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Or did they remove a
No.
window?
No, because it's set back, isn't it? Which has
Yeah.
allowed them to put the storage around the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they removed the window, from the front. I don't know.
Why did they need 2 tellies, though? Like, if you're in bed, you can see that telly. You don't
Yeah.
need a telly at the foot of the bed as well, but I get you.
Well, you might be having a lie down and then you've got a friend over who also wants to play like Mario Party and while you're trying to have a snooze.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
you
it's a
need
side
your
I was getting
emotional
confused
support
with.
music and video
Yeah.
at the foot of your bed to fall asleep to.
Right.
Have they removed a window?
No, I got confused with the side of the house and the front of the house, I think.
Ah.
No, yeah. So anyway, as the brief was told to us, the brief was just chaos round. Whatever, there is no brief. I'm like, well,
No brief. It's
there's no
just
brief this
they're
week.
just
so this is-
redesigning the office.
yes, brief was redesigning the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, this kind of it's just a studio now, isn't it? Basically.
All right, shall we go away and attempt to score this chaos round?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's
Right.
do it.
Will BRB. And we are back after much deliberation. So, anyway, we came to the conclusion that everyone should just... The brief is going to be redesigning the office. So everyone this is basically free space. Everyone gets a 10 on this, unless they blatantly haven't redesigned it. So the style, I'm going to give this a 9. To be honest with you, it's consistent throughout. It's nice. It's neutral, but it doesn't lack personality. It's a weird mix of like staying neutral and also having a bit of character. I liked it. Blue?
I actually went for an 8 with this because, you know, much like you, it's very much got a consistent, it's got a consistent color scheme throughout, and I think, you know, they've really made it look quite nice. But I think there's just a few bits where I don't necessarily agree. And I think, you know, perhaps they didn't quite utilize it to its fullest extent.
Fair enough. Shrifty?
I agree with what you said, Scruff. I gave it a 9 as well. I think it's very fresh and clean, light, bright. I think with the space is very small, and I think they have utilized it very well. And obviously, it's always a difficult one to score the first house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it deserves a 9. I think it's a nice. I think they've done well with it.
Yes. Which leads us to the layout. I think they've done really well with the layout. They've made that. They have effectively split that front room into 3 separate areas, which I think is really well done. They've given us a spacious bathroom as well, which is quite nice. So for me, the layout was a 9. Shrifty, do you share or disagree?
I agree with you again.
Yeah.
I also gave it a 9. I mean, I wasn't really expecting too much different with the layout because, like I've said just before, it is a very small space, and it's not like you can really like remove the bathroom and put it somewhere else. No. And I do feel that like putting the sofa in the middle of the room and having the bed behind it does kind of break up the space, and it does kind of give a living space and then like a bedroom space. Yeah,
Blue?
so I gave it a 9 as well.
Blue?
I also gave it a 9.
Hey.
It's just a couple little tiny things with the layout where, again, it's things like those shelves above the bed head. Sorry, but that has to knock a point off. I don't quite agree with that, but like 50 said there, I think the usage of the sofa to help break up the space and create a divide there is really well done. And it has a nice flow as well. You can easily move from one area of the office to another without stumbling over things or anything like that. So there's an excellent flow of the space.
Yeah, there's a very clear walkthrough, right?
Yeah,
and I think that's very important for something like this, especially with such a tight space, and they've absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the attention to detail.
I'll start off. I gave it a 9. Once again, like we always say, the first house is difficult to judge, but I think that a 9 is fair because, like I've already said, don't want to keep repeating myself, but it's a small space, and there is some nice little bits of attention to detail. Once again, we've got the little ducky in the bathroom. Obviously, I'm not going to be marking anyone down for there not being a bath because we can't get a bath in there. Let's be honest. But you've got like the nice little bits in the kitchen. There's a nice little clock above the front door. You've got them lovely little lanterns in the bedroom space.
Yeah.
There's little bits of detail in the wardrobe and on the shelves. I think with it being such a small space, it is difficult, and you don't want to overfill it. You don't want to make it look chaotic. They've kept it simple and clean and fresh. I think it deserves a 9.
I also gave it a 9, and I agree with you. This is one of those cases where less is more.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Blue?
I'm going to have to round that off with a 9 as well.
Hey.
I think you've brought up basically all the points that I was going to make. Excellent use of the space, but then it's little things like they've got a little clock there, they've got things on the shelves, the little plants, all the homey or like home office or like studio type feels.
Yep, there's blinds on every window as well. You know,
Yeah.
there's a little dish towel there in the kitchen. There's a little towel in the bathroom. Like, yeah, I think they've done great.
I think so. The only thing I'd
Alice.
mark it down for is that telly in front of the bed. I
Yeah.
think there's other things you probably could have done with that space there instead of having a massive telly
All the
sticking off.
linen wear and the curtains match, stuff like that. You know, it's
Yeah, everything. Yeah, all the nice little blue details.
Yeah.
It works well.
Yeah.
I think blue might have given it an extra point if maybe the pillow was at the foot of the bed, like it was the opposite way around, so there's no
Honestly,
banging of the
yes.
head on the shelves.
Honestly, yes. But that's that's just me. I mean, Scruff will also understand this as well.
Yes.
We're both fairly tall.
yes.
Yeah.
I bang my head on so many things.
Exactly.
Right.
Not to the extent of Scruff. I'm not quite as tall as Scruff is, but it's something where with our height we do have to be somewhat cognizant of. And that is one of the very first things that I noticed.
Okay,
But that's something that possibly only we would notice rather than other
Yeah.
people likely would.
Yes. Okay. So, do you want to hazard a guess, or as to who designed it? I don't know yet who designed this. Do you want to hazard a guess?
I'd rather
yet?
wait until
you
we
want
get
wait?
to the
That's fair enough.
end.
That's fair
Yeah?
enough. Okay. Shall we check out house number 2?
Let's go.
Yeah.
And here is house number 2. Already a bit of a difference.
They've
Yeah, quite a
rearranged the
departure.
windows as well.
Looks very much like a council house.
It does a bit.
Very, very, very small window there.
Yeah. That's the bathroom though, isn't it? Which
Ooh. Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Mmm.
That is quite the change.
Yes.
Was not expecting that.
No.
No, me either.
Someone trying to appeal to me here with all this green.
I
That's
wonder.
what I'm thinking as well, yes.
Just need frogs everywhere now.
Yes.
I mean, they've got the plants.
Yeah. Okay,
I love how
I see what you're doing.
Appeasing the judges.
Wow.
Mark everything down by 1.
I actually have a shocked Pikachu face right now because I cannot believe that they have managed to make a bedroom.
Yeah, like a completely separate bedroom. And it doesn't look like they've... Well, we'll see in the side-by-side. But I don't think they've extended out either.
No.
They've not.
Which
They've
is-
just replaced all the walls.
Yeah, they just redid the interior walls. And it's amazing what they've been able to accomplish with that.
Yeah. I mean that little sitting area is quite
Small.
small, but we
Yeah.
also need to remember that actually this isn't a house. This is an office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't really need a lot of living space. I like the kitchen. I think they've done a really good kitchen because obviously if you're in your office all day, like, yeah, you want some food, a little sofa to sit down on whilst you eat your food. And there was no like desk or anything, was
I was
there?
just about to say, there's no desk or anything, at least in the previous
But then again,
one.
to be
the
fair, there
laptop was on
wasn't
the
there
end
wasn't
of
a
the
desk
kitchen.
in the first
There was
one.
a desk, but they did put a laptop
They
down
did.
in the
There
kitchen.
was a laptop there, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't see anything like that. This is more just like a studio flat type thing than an office. With a little mini fridge there on top of the kitchen bench.
Maybe there's a laptop that we missed in the bedroom.
Maybe.
Possibly.
We'll do another sweep through. Keep an eye out.
Just a bed.
No, nothing.
Nothing. Should we go away and score this then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. And we are back. This one was a bit of a toughie for me. I don't know about anyone else.
I found it quite difficult as well, yeah.
All right, shall we kick it off? Well, I'm going to rip the Band-Aid up, and I'm going to say, for me, the style was a 7. It was consistent. I'll give it that. It was consistent throughout. Yes. I didn't like it. Didn't like it. But it was consistent, so I give points to that. The outside looks terrible. I'm sorry, it looks awful. It looks like a bunker from the 70s.
Yep.
I'm like, so it's a 7. It's not terrible. I've just had to knock it down a couple of points from the fact that no, I'm sorry, no, the green, no, the green, no. Shrifty, I'm sure you can disagree with me on this.
Okay, I gave them a 9 for the style, because we're going with 10s, aren't we, for brief?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's green. Green's my favourite colour, so they're definitely trying to appeal to me here. But it's not just the green that's making me give them the 9. I do really appreciate what they've done. I do like the style, so I do feel like it was deserving of a 9. Like, yeah, the outside, like that small window that they've put in instead of the larger one. Yeah, I mean, the outside isn't the best, but I'm judging what it looks like on the inside more than the outside. So yeah, I gave them a 9.
Yep. Blue.
I went middle of the road and went an 8.
Ooh. Okay.
Because, I mean, you've got 4 or possibly 5 whole different shades of green.
Yes.
Throughout. Between your feature wall, your bedroom being darker compared to the color of the tiles in the bathroom, or the sort of living area. So while it's not quite my cup of tea, I can at least appreciate that it's got a consistent theme through it.
Yep.
But part of what knocks it down is I don't think the design of the kitchen necessarily goes with that color of green, particularly the color of the cabinets.
Yeah.
The worktop, yes, but the cabinets, I just don't think it quite works out. And the same with the things like the bedside table. The doors sort of work, but I think it's just a couple little bits where, for me, it just doesn't. It's not quite a 9 or a 10.
Yeah. Fair enough. So leads to the layout. What did you think of the layout, Blue?
I marked the layout down as an 8 because while it's impressive that what they've been able to do with creating a fully separate bathroom and kitchen and bedroom, it's kind of left no space. That it's almost too divided up now. So with this tiny little bit where it's just like, okay, so I've got a sofa like a foot away from my big telly in the hallway leading to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I just think that it was ambitious, but it's not quite gone to plan.
I'm there with you. I gave it an 8. I thought that they packed a lot of stuff in, but inadvertently, they've also used up, not used the space great. I mean, that little walkway again, it's just too, the little sofa area, too cramped. They've inadvertently created an entrance hall where nothing else can go, which you didn't need, That little square by the door is now like an entrance hall. Nothing else can go there. I mean, walling off the bedroom's quite nice, I'm surprised they were able to do that and left a lot of space. But again, that's a lot of space. Probably could go on one over, but hey, who knows? But so for me, it was an 8. Shrifty?
Yeah, I gave them a 9 because I really do appreciate that they have tried to change the layout.
Yeah.
But I agree with what you've both said as well. It was kind of unnecessary. Like, I get it's supposed to be an office, but it's kind of giving me like waiting room vibes. But with a kitchen in the background, and yeah, like I said, I appreciate what they've done, but also I don't really understand why. Like, I get that, making a separate bedroom and stuff, But yeah, like that ginormous kitchen, and then that, like you said, it's like they've just shoved a sofa in the hallway, and yeah, it's just like I was quite taken aback when we first came in because it was really something I wasn't expecting. But now I'm just like, was it really necessary? Does it really work?
Yeah.
But I still give them a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, we absolutely have to applaud the idea that's gone into it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This leads us to attention to detail. This is where I had to like confirm a couple of things. I gave it a 7. There are a couple of points here. 1, you could have broken up that big floor in the kitchen with a nice rug. Just look how great this floor is. It's like massive finger floor. Bring it up with a nice rug would have worked really well. 2, the design of the bath, or the wet room, which we should really call it. Let's think about this, right? You've just had a shower. You sat down, you dried off, you put your slippers or whatever, your socks on. You now need to go to the toilet. You've got to go through the wet patch on the floor. Or another one. You're having a shower and you go, oh, I just need to pop out for a second. That shower is getting sprayed all up your living area.
Oh yeah, it's right there, isn't it? In front of the door.
It basically needs to be mirrored, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, just flip it around, and
Would it
that
work?
would have
Yeah,
been
the
so
shower
perfect.
should be where the toilet is, really, in the corner, out of the way of the door.
Yeah, just needed that. Now, if that window was moved to the right,
and
then
the
swapped over.
brickwork outside was just a major buzzkill. It's like, there. This house looks,
Major buzzkill.
yeah, major buzzkill. So that was a 7 from me. Blue.
I also went with a 7. I very nearly went with a 6, but I decided to go for a 7 because there are some certain things where I think it is very good attention to detail. One is the fact of they have been very conscientious with their color scheming and the fact that the colors aren't at least clashing. And it, obviously, again, it's the little details on the bedspread, for example.
Yeah.
But then it looks like one of the cupboards in the kitchen. If you look, the very top left one, it looks to be protruding a bit.
Yes. I think it's
not lined up
correctly. I think it's sideways facing one. I think they put a corner unit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, it looks
off.
It just looks off.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right. It all sorts of just bits and pieces all throughout. There's no ducks.
No ducks.
I didn't see a single duck. I can forgive you the washing machine, but the ducks. You might have a plant in there. That's all very nice and lovely. Yada yada yada. Where's the duck?
Swifty.
I gave them an 8. Like there isn't a great deal of detail going on. It is quite bare. Like, you've got the exception of the little shelf above the sofa. But like Blue said, there's no duckies, and like Scruff said, like, there's nothing really on that floor. But I guess maybe they felt like because the space was so small, they couldn't add a lot of detail. Once again, trying to appease me with the green. Why is there baubles on the wallpaper?
I don't know.
Like, you could have just painted the walls green. Why is there baubles? And the bathroom's pretty bare bones. There's a little bin under the sink and a plant, but there's not really a great deal going on, especially in comparison to the last one, last house. It's a small space. There's not a great deal that you can do, and we've just said less is more, but I kind of feel like this is less than less.
Yeah.
But I still gave them an 8.
It's fair enough then. All right then. So that's house number 2. Should we take a look at now house number 3?
Yep.
Let's go.
Already. This is going to
very
be a
different
major redesign. The layout's the
Very
same,
white.
but
Windows have been changed.
yeah. Front door is very ornate.
Mm.
Ooh.
No, your breathtaking poster. Wow.
Okay.
Very
this is
cozy.
very cute.
It is.
Very
Yeah.
cozy, yeah.
So again, they've taken the principle of moving a bunch of the walls and
That is the smallest space for a shower I've ever seen.
Like, I'm a small person. I'm 5'2", but I think even I would struggle in that bathroom. It'd feel
Yeah.
a bit claustrophobic.
yeah, and that sort of like TV and laptop there at the end of the bed kind of reminds me a little bit of what you'd see at the end of like a caravan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a caravan TV.
Oh god, yeah.
It's cute though.
Okay,
It's
there we
very
go.
cute.
Yeah,
It
they
is
never
cute,
go
yeah.
side by side.
It does remind me of a caravan, actually. Completely now you've said that. I can't get it out
Yeah,
of my head.
right? You can't unsee it.
No. Yeah, yeah,
I think even like the wallpaper's a little bit like sort of 80s caravan.
yeah.
I've also noticed that one of the cabinets in the kitchen, one of the drawers is the wrong colour.
Oh. I didn't even
Ducks,
notice
little
that.
ducks there.
Yeah,
Yep. I saw the duck as soon as the door was opened. It's
Yeah.
very glowy.
yeah. If you look,
Yeah, I did
there's,
see it. I
the,
think
the far
but-
right cabinet,
yeah,
the
but
drawer's the wrong colour.
Playing the game, you can't actually change the colour of the... That's how it is in game, unfortunately.
Then they should have chosen better cabinets.
Yes.
Huh. I am...
Should we have a bit
Oh
of a
my
think?
goodness, yeah, that is very noticeable. I don't know why I didn't see that the first time.
Yeah, see, like
But as I say, that's how that unit is, though, isn't it? You can't change the colour of...
I don't know if it is or not, because everything else matches.
I know, and that's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's
Look
been a
at that!
misclick
It's
they
like
haven't
you're
noticed.
showering right next to the toilet. You're showering on the
Yeah.
toilet, basically.
Yeah.
Listen-
you could sit on the toilet and have a shower, definitely.
Listen, we've all needed to do that at some point in our lives, usually with a hangover.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just being practical.
I'm not sure how to take this one.
I think we need to have a think.
Yes.
Let's go away and do that. Shall we? Right, we'll be back in a minute. And we are back. I don't know about you guys, but this was like the toughest one to judge.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. Right, I'll just kick off. Style is an 8. It's not great, but it didn't offend my eyes like the other one. Sorry, Shrifty. This one didn't offend my eyes as much. It was a nice sort of neutral, pale, sort of like, not assault on the set, but it did just scream 80s, 70s vibe to me. Like, yeah. So 8. It was familiar, but it's from a time long gone. 8 from me. Shrifty?
I also gave the style an 8. I think what's making it difficult is like the first one, because it's an office, and I feel like the first one was very similar to like the box standard office that you start with, and I think the second one and this one, I think they've tried to make it like too homely. Like, especially this one, I just feel like there's with the way they've tried to lay it out, and then you've got the kitchen and there's a little dining space, and then there's a little chair for you to sit on and watch the telly. I just feel like it's been made too homely, and like what you both said when we first viewed it, it's giving that like caravan vibes. It's just supposed to be an office. It's not supposed to be a home.
Yeah. Blue?
I gave it a 5. This
No
did
more.
offend my
Wow.
eyes. This did offend my eyes.
Wow.
I'll say they were very consistent throughout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
it's like the bathroom just doesn't seem to like fit with the rest of it. That it just seems like two very different styles there. And God, I hate that wallpaper. I really hate that wallpaper.
And the bedding as well.
And the bedding, but then you've got this like super, like
Fancy pants.
it's not like fancy, but it's a very sort of sleek modern bathroom. But like above the bed, you've then got this poster as well. Like it looks so out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the light fixings and everything, they look, right at home. And the furniture and the like the little plants here and there and everything, but it just I can't.
The colours are very consistent. I forgot to mention in the second one about the different wood colours that they used, and that kind of threw me. Whereas with this one, the wood colours are very similar, barring the random colour of
they match, they don't clash with it.
the drawer there in the kitchen.
Which, leads us to the layout. Again, for me, it was an 8. No worse than the second one. It's just the fact that, again, there's a lot of dead space. A lot of dead space in the middle. It's like you've crammed everything to the outside, and then there's this huge gulf in the middle where, you don't need that much thoroughfare.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thrifty?
I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like they've left too much space when they could have put a bit of extra space into that bathroom. So when you're having a shower in your office, you're not banging into the toilet and the basin as well, because it is all extremely close together. Like they could have, brought that space out a little bit more.
Blue?
So I gave it an 8.
Sorry. Blue?
I gave it a 7. Bathroom, too small.
Too small, yeah.
You could easily have moved that wall out a little bit. Like if you'd brought the wall out even to where it'd be in line with the end of the bed, it would be a huge improvement to that bathroom without impacting on the rest of the space.
Yeah.
You've got this sort of like little tiny like table, like look, which gives you a beautiful view out the window, which is that's a nice sort of thing to have. But it would fit only a maximum of 2 people sitting side by side. It feels like you're at a bar. Rather than like a nice homely.
But this is the thing. It's not supposed to be a
home. It's
not a home. Supposed to be your office.
It's not a desk for working at either. As well, it's like a weird. Like I say, it's like sitting like at a bar seat,
you could work on
looking
the
out the
while
window.
having a shower.
Yeah.
I mean, you could work at that little table.
Yeah, you could work at that little sort of table. But
who wants to sit at the end of the bed and work on the laptop there? Like, that doesn't really make sense.
Which is how it's laid out at the moment. That's where the laptop and little monitor is.
Which is why I said I feel like, especially this house more over the previous house, I really do feel like they've tried to make it into a home, and it's not supposed to be a home. It's supposed to be an office.
But again, there's no brief.
All that fancy bits. I guess so. Yeah, there isn't a brief, so they can do what they want, but I'm still standing with it. It's supposed to be an office, not a little static caravan house home thing.
So let's go move on to the attention to detail before we have a massive row. For me, it was a 7. It was just come down to the misuse of space. There are knickknacks everywhere. There's a consistency, but as I say, just misuse of space. And Shrifty?
I give them an 8.
Yep.
I kind of feel, there is little bits of attention to detail. Like, you've got that space with all the little towels in and things, and there's placemats and a little cake table thing on the little dining table, and we've got a ducky.
Yeah, we do it, Ducky.
You know, there's a couple of little bits there in the bathroom, so I feel like it's deserving of an 8.
Okay, it's fine. Blue.
I give it a 7.
7. Okay.
Again, it's things like, yes, we've got the little ducky, but you've got things like your hairbrush, and like, it feels like a usable, like, while I may not agree with the space, it's a very usable space for the bathroom that has all the little key details that you want and need in a bathroom. We've got stuff on the bookshelves and up sort of decorating and everything. Again, I brought up earlier, but the little plants, like the little plant tray pot on the windowsill, love that. There's a cooker hood and everything. There's also that damn drawer, and I can't unsee it. It gets my attention every single time, and I can't look away from it. It just gets me every time. But it, like you said, Scruffs, well, a lot of it, again, comes down to, I think, a little bit of squandering of the space, a little bit of mismanagement of the space.
Yeah, definitely. Right, shall we... We'll go away and tally up these scores, and we'll give you a rundown of who scored the most, who scored what. See you in a minute. And we are back after our deliberation. Are you excited to find out what happened?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Also, I've also been given special instructions not to reveal whose house is whose until after the scoreboard is done.
Right.
Okay.
So, anyway. Remember, this is all out of a possible 120 points. Coming in third place with 96 points was house number 3.
Okay.
Okay. Any surprise there?
Nope.
No, not really.
Number 2 with 101 points was house number 2. And which means, with a score of 110, that's only 10 points off perfect, was house number 1. Now,
Good. I'm actually pleased with that, because the first house was my favourite house.
Good. Do you want to take a guess at whose house was whose?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say house number 1 was Mash, house number 2 was Beast, and number 3 was Nux.
You guessed the exact same as me.
Yeah.
I am almost the same, but I think that house number 3 was Mash's and house number 1 was Nux. That's the only difference. Right. I have the file this time. Ready. And it literally has on it, Scruff, don't look at this until it's done.
Look down.
Yeah, look down.
Yeah.
Okay. Down. Keep scrolling. Down.
Keep trolling us.
Keep scrolling, yeah. Just keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. A little further. A little more. House number 1 was Mash!
Yay!
Okay. House number 2
was Mash! Oh my god!
Oh, you!
Has she done them all?
House number 3 was Mash.
What? What? April fooled you.
Mash finally wins!
That's amazing. Oh, GG's, Mash.
Do you know what,
Well
though?
done, Mash.
Do you know what, though? The fact that me and Swifty both thought Mash was number 1, and that came first. If it really was between the 3 of them, Mash would have won anyway.
I can't believe she did that. That's hilarious.
So anyway, that was the special bonus episode of Extreme House Flipper TYG edition. Mash, you cheeky sausage. Mash has finally won one.
I mean, she already has won.
Yeah, she has already won one.
But clearly, one is not enough. So
Is it
she
ever
had to
enough?
make sure that she won this one.
Yeah.
Well, she needs to win all of them. That's what it is. Nobody can usurp the great evil overlord Mash. It's not allowed.
So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. Blue, where can we find you on the interwebs?
You can find me pretty much everywhere at the Bluehead Cyborg, on Blue Sky, on Twitch, YouTube. But what I'd like to point out in particular is every Thursday at 1 p.m. Greenwich Meridian Time, GMT, I take over the Treat Your Geek channels. So I do Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, every Thursday on the YouTube and Twitch. It's great fun. Come along and enjoy. I'll be doing the whole Sands of Time trilogy, and it's a lot of fun. So come to those streams.
And Swifty, I know you're taking a bit of a break at the moment because of stuff. But...
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm taking a bit of a hiatus at the minute from the old Twitch times. But if you miss my voice that much, you can always rewatch all of the House Flippers. There's also the community clip shows. I've been in several of them, and upcoming projects as well. So yeah, if you miss me that much, you can find me on the YouTubes.
Fair enough. And I've been Scruff. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on the Treat Your Geek YouTube and Twitch. And you can find me on treatyourgeek.co.uk, where I occasionally write to them as well. But thank you so much for being here. If you did like this, as I said before, please like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to check out our other shows. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on the feed. We'll be back with more. Until then, guys, this has been Treat Your Geek. This has been Extreme House Flipper. Yeah, I've been here with Blue and Shrifty, and we will catch you next time. Love you, bye, guys.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.